Today, the major issue for all dentists is how to restart dentistry in this corona condition. First, we have to know how this disease is transmitted. It is transmitted by two ways, direct and indirect. Directly, it can be transmitted from the aerosol of the infected person by coughing or sneezing without mask within a short distance, or by the aerosol in the air. Indirectly, it can be transmitted by contact with the contaminated instruments and dental chair. Now, how to prepare your clinic from the entrance to exit of your patient. We already taking care of cleaning, disinfection and sterilization procedures, but we have to amplify all these things and have to introduce more changes in the clinic to fight against this highly infectious condition. Starting from the entrance, post a sign at the entrance of your clinic which instructs the patients having symptoms like cough, sore throat, fever, sneezing to reschedule their appointment and first consult with the physician. And also reschedule the appointment if your patient have traveled outside the India within last 2 weeks. Install physical barrier at the reception area to protect your staff. For the waiting area, place chairs 3 to 6 feet apart if possible, or you can place different kind of barrier in between the chairs. Provide the patient supplies of tissue, alcohol-based hand rub, soap at the sink, and the trash can to discard the used tissue. Also maintain the proper hygiene of waiting area. If your office has any toys, reading material, or any commercial object, either remove them or clean them regularly. Alert your staff to identify the patient with acute respiratory illness when they arrive and give them disposable surgical masks to wear and isolate them in a single patient room. While interacting with patient, take a detailed travel and health history of that patient and also question about new onset of any respiratory symptoms on a daily assessment of all patients. Take temperature reading as a part of routine assessment of patients before performing dental procedures. Now comes to personal protective equipments, which include face shield, N95 respirator, a pair of clean gloves and isolation gown. We have to wear and remove this PPE in a proper sequence. First, identify the proper size of PPE to wear, then perform hand sanitization, then put on the isolation gown and tie up all the knots, then put N95 filtrating face respirator, or you can wear face mask if respirator is not available at that time. Then wear face shield or goggles. Face shield provide full face protection. Goggles provide good protection for the eyes, but fogging is common. Re-perform the hand sanitization before wearing the gloves. Gloves should cover the cuffs of gown. Then enter to the patient room. After finishing patient, while removing PPE, first remove gloves. Ensure gloves removal do not cause additional contamination of hand. Remove gown and then come out of patient's room. Now perform hand sanitization. Then remove face shield and face mask. While removing face mask and face shield, we should not touch them from the front side. After fully removal of PPE, sanitize your hand again. While talking with the patient, we can introduce table barrier in between. Now precautions in patient care room. Before starting the procedure, we should ask the patient to perform pre-procedure mouth rinse with the 0.2% povidone iodine. That might reduce the load of coronavirus in the saliva, or we can use 0.5 to 1% hydrogen peroxide. Add povidone iodine to the water bottle attached to the chair, which is used for the aerators and the scanners. We should use more disposable devices that may include disposable mirror, probe, blood pressure cuff, disposable syringes to prevent cross-contamination. As we know, procedures like crown cutting or tooth preparation or scaling produce high amount of aerosol that can be reduced by using high vacuum evacuation like extra-roll suction machine. That would make a great difference in capturing and trapping of aerosol. We can also use aerosol restricting canopy to restrict aerosols. We should perform extraoral imaging such as panoramic radiography or TOM beam computer tomographic imaging to reduce contamination. Throw extractor teeth and cotton to their designed bin that should contain sodium hypochlorite. Disinfect the room with hypochlorite acid in between the each patient's visit and at the end of the day, as coronavirus can remain viable in the aerosol up to 2 to 3 days on inanimate surfaces. I hope you get informative and useful knowledge from my video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel.